Hello, Dermot.
Hello, big brother.
Dermot, your tolerance of fear is about to be tested. In the name of scientific research, Big Brother may attempt to scare you. If you get too scared, you should honk your hooter and the test will stop.
Okay. Oh, what is it? No, I don't like it. Oh, goodness for that. What was that? Oh, what's that? Oh, ghastly. Oh, get it away. Oh.
I don't know, really. I don't know, really. I don't know, really.
Oh, it's a list in the mail. No more. Look at that beautiful vista. It's our empire. We're giving it for you today, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, my friends? It's day 60. The time is 17:26. Welcome to Big Brothers, Little Brothers. A little show that gives you the big picture. Or Malankane show yake stain dia vis villakem villashosham. Hum. As they say in the Ukraine, it's a very special show today. There are several reasons why it's a very special show, because the award-winning actress, friend of the show, massive fan of Big Brother, Kathy Burke's with us, everybody. Couldn't be more excited if I tried. And science finally gets a chance to tell what makes his hair stand on end. But we kick off the show, as we always do, with Little Brother's big news. Wow, indeed. After a stressful 8 weeks, Big Brother thought it was time to spread the love in the house. So, 1:22 this afternoon, the housemates have set a game of Pass the Parcel with little gifts and forfeits of love.
It's Anthony.
What is that?
State the housemate you think is sexier than you.
They have this. Hey, no, it makes sense.
Ola.
Yeah, Craig's happy about that. OK, next up, the idea of another week in the Big Brother house is too much for one housemate. At 2:18 this afternoon, Ola revealed a plan to guarantee eviction on Friday.
I'm gonna get my bed shirt on me.
You are?
I'm gonna get my bed shirt on me.
Bed shed, why?
Just don't want to stay.
You are?
I'll do anything to go. I will do anything to be.
Yikes. And finally, as we know, nominations are never simple in Big Brother House, not least this year. And today, the housemates were told they must nominate 2 people to stay, not to evict. Take a look.
I think she's a nice person. I don't think she's malicious at all.
It's really difficult.
I'm here today to stand up for genuine British eccentrics. The country doesn't have enough of them. I think that he is one such person, and I think that he should be saved.
Indeed. So they've each nominated 2 people they want to save, and we can reveal that the 2 or more people with the least number of nominations will face eviction. Tune in tomorrow to find out who they are. That, my friends, was Little Brother's big news. Just throwing the script there, sorry. OK, over the last 8 weeks, the housemates have certainly proved when the going gets tough, the tough get going. But who's got a brave heart? And who's got a yellow belly? With that in mind, today's cool BBLB is quite simply which housemate is the most fearless and why. Here's how to get in touch. Now then, the house might have had enough of them, but we certainly haven't. Please welcome back Science, everybody! Hey, guys of the people! Good to see you, Science. OK. Firstly, have you had a nice day, a nice morning? What have you been up to?
Yeah, well, it's been a very busy morning, I'd say, for myself. It was. Spoke to Chris Moores this morning.
How was that?
Yeah, it went all right.
Did you go into the studio?
Yeah, down BBC Radio.
Yep.
Yeah, so I went to go speak to him, and then I had an interview with One Extra as well as, and that went swell too.
So we've been quite busy.
Yeah.
Have you had time to sort of reflect, looking back on your time now? What did you enjoy most about your time in the house? Do you miss anything in there?
I reckon, with having time to reflect, that is, I'd say the things that I miss about the house were the tasks. The tasks
Really?
were, yeah, the tasks were.
Because everyone always says it's so boring in there. Does that break up the monotony of it?
Yeah, it does, because sometimes, yeah, it's hardly like, if you don't know how to find things to occupy your time, it can get boring. And people need to keep the mind moving. You need to keep momentum.
A few people have come out and said the Saturday task is even better than the sort of the weekly task. You know, the task that just takes a couple of hours to do, and whether you pass or you fail, you always get a party at the end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, today's nominations day. Who would you have voted for this week?
Who would I have voted for this
Yeah.
week? It would have definitely have been...
To stay?
To stay?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's different.
But yeah, put the brakes on that one.
Stay, let me see. I'll probably pick from a local to stay myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any other? If you had to pick one more to stay.
Well, we need to see what's going to happen between Moloko and Kamada and still in it.
Okay.
So, yeah, them two.
Who do you think will be up this week?
Who's going to be up?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. But maybe... Could be Ola, or it could be Dark Deceiver, or it could be...
I love the fact you don't even call him by his
Craig.
name anymore. It's just the Dark Deceiver.
Yeah,
now, you're a man
standard.
of unique style. Which housemate do you think has the best fashion sense?
What's the best fashion sense? Well...
Because I like the Dark Deceiver's fashion sense.
Do you?
Yeah, just in terms of that, I like that he can wear clothes that no one else wears.
Well, he wears clothes definitely that no one else would wear.
All right, your hair is very important to you. We noticed when you were in the house. You had 3 definitive styles. Just take a look at them. First up, obviously, it was the afro. Let's have a look at the afro. There we go. Wonderful there, all right? Next up, we had the braid. That was the more traditional science look that we saw. And lastly, the look you're sporting today is the cap and the ponytail. Now, we had a theory on Big Brother's Little Brother that your mood provoked which hairstyle you chose. Is that right?
Well, in the sense of putting it into 3 sides of science, in the sense of it being.
Yeah.
I'd say it can reflect the way my hair is to the way that I am, basically.
Okay. Well, let's go through them. Talk us through what sort of person you are with an afro. When
I'd
you've got the
say
afro out.
when I've got the mane out,
Yeah.
straight, loud and lyrical.
Exactly, the mane.
Yeah, loud and lyrical.
Well, you had the mane 21% of the time in the house. It was the afro. An example of it was day 43 when you stayed in after you were up against Maxwell. You had a big party and you told everyone else what you thought about them. There we go. Okay, next up, the braided hair. What sort of mood would you in when you had that braid?
I'd say I'm more sharp and on the ball.
Does it take a long time?
It does. It all depends on the talent and the skill of the person that's doing it.
And Moloko, does she do a good braid?
Yeah, well, as you know, Moloko got skills, man. In that department.
All right. Well, you had your braid 66% of the time. An example of which was day 18 when you took part in the captain science task.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely.
I was feeling that.
And lastly, the ponytail and the cap. What sort of mood do you have when you've got the ponytail and cap?
When I got the ponytail and cap, I'd say I'm more lounging back. I'm more relaxing.
More relaxed,
taking
more chilled.
time out, yeah.
You obviously wasn't a particularly easy place to be in the house because you only had the ponytail and cap 8% of the time.
Yeah.
One example of which is when you didn't do the box task. Remember that when you got out there and you went out chilled outside in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we've proved that you know a fair bit about your hair. However, we'd like to put your skills to the test and find out if you can see what about the housemate's hair. In the game we're playing, hair's looking at you.
Hair's looking at who, me?
Okay, you have to find out which hair belongs to which housemate, okay? We've got rules here. You have to match the housemate's hair to their passport picture. The only part of the photograph we'll show you is their hair. The rest is blacked out. You can join in the studio. You can even join in at home if you want. Let's have a look at the first picture.
Okay.
Okay, now then, this is someone's passport picture. Who do you reckon that is?
Whose hair that would be?
Yeah.
Who has a hairline like that?
They were all 16, by the way, when the
We're all
picture was
16,
taken.
sweet 16.
So this is like someone's hair when they're 16.
Um,
Help us out here, everyone. Derek.
I
you
would
reckon?
say with a big forehead like that.
To give you a
It could
clue.
be.
Give you a clue. It could be an East Anglian style.
It could be an East Anglian style, so it could be Craig.
It
you're
could
saying.
be Craig. Let's have a look and see if you're right. It is Craig. Looking like a psychopath. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Oh.
I bet you that's Anthony.
You reckon Anthony?
Anthony. Oh, he's got a monobrow. What's going on with that brow right there? Oh no, he's got a bit
That
of...
is 100% biker. Bro!
Aye, aye, man.
And lastly, this one is actually going to be quite difficult to the point where when you see the face, you still won't recognise who it is. Now then.
Who would that be?
Bear in mind,
And
it should be quite straightforward in terms of someone that's still in the house.
Is it?
Yeah.
What I'd say It's a passport picture.
Yep.
16. Yeah, it could be Ola. Ola!
In other words, we don't know because it doesn't look anything like Orla.
No.
But yes, it is Orla. Well done. Well, congratulations, Science.
Hey.
But we didn't want to put pressure on you. What we have is a prize for you. You've won a sightseeing trip around London, travelling in the Little Brothers Hummer. There it is.
Hey! So I've been rolling in this?
Yeah.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
You
good.
like that?
I'm feeling it.
However, if you hadn't won, we would have shown some lovely, embarrassing baby pictures of you. I don't suppose anyone would like to see them, would they?
What are you talking about? What baby pictures?
Well, let's take a look. I don't know.
No. Look,
Science in the car.
I'm lounging in the car. I'm lounging in the car.
Hey! And lastly... Brilliant. Science, everybody! Science. Okay, after the break, we are chatting to the uber talented Kathy Burke. But first, are you ever tempted to put the world to rights? Here's a man who can, if you get me. See you in 3.
Citizen science. Power to the people. Your parents, you've got to listen to them at all times. I've seen a lot of things like kids not listening to the parents. Children, you must be good. Don't make your parents unhappy. And listen to what they say. Because what they say is right. If you didn't know, your parents are the closest thing to God. So that's a little message from me to you. Citizen science, power to the people. You get me?
Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. Hang on a second. No. Horrible things. Now then, it is day 60. Normally every Monday we would randomly select which housemate's hometown we're going to be visiting each week by virtue of the fact that we only have one housemate left to visit. We are going to Belfast this week, people. They've obviously never been to Belfast. It's brilliant. Otherwise they'd be cheering even more. Anyway, never mind that. It's Kathy Burke, everybody!
You all right?
Complete with shenanigans. Oh, hello, shenanigans. What? OK, Kathy, this is brilliant. Are you all right? Shall I take her?
Yeah,
right?
she much prefer you to me.
So what are you enjoying most about the series?
I've just liked all the characters, really. I think it's the best one so far, with all the different sorts of personalities. Like the fact there's been a lot of nice brown faces on it, instead of just the odd one. Do you like that? Seriously, it is good the fact that it's so multicultural and there's such different, diverse people as well. Well, that's what this great land of ours is like. Absolutely. So, is it like watching like a comedy or drama, or a bit of both? Well, it's been more a comedy this year, really. I mean, there's been a lot of drama, but it's been quite funny. It's been very funny for us. Lots of funny for them, but very funny for us. She's going for the water. She is. It was brilliant that we got her on. I'm very glad. OK, your favourite moment was Kinga walking into the house. Now, I thought that was a terrific moment, just in terms of when she walked down the stage. You could obviously she could obviously see that. Hang on a second, this is going to be quite an intense moment in my life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why is it your favourite moment? I just love the whole thing with... she looks great on the telly. I just love the whole thing with Kinga and Orla and Eugene coming in. Yeah. But Kinga, I just found quite an extraordinary personality. And I'm sort of pretty sad that I can understand why Makosi didn't bring her into the house. Why do you think she didn't bring her into the house? Because I just think she like, Makosi's reason, I think, was very valid, was that she was quite young. And it would have just been someone extremely loud, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Do you think she would have relaxed at all? Kinga, I don't know. She was just so excited to be on Big Brother. I just don't know. I don't know. What I loved about it was the fact when she went in the house and there was no one there, and then she did what everyone knows she did. Yeah. And the minute she did it, she always thought, I don't know why I just did that. Well, my favourite moment was when she coughed quite badly and said, oh, I nearly lost my dignity then. I just thought she was wonderful. Let her be on next year. OK, Orla and Eugene made it into the house. Why do you think Orla was so convinced she'd survived the eviction on Friday? Or do you not think she was? I don't know, I weren't really paying much attention. I think she's a sweet girl, but, you know, I was more interested in Science. Science is my favourite housemate, was my favourite housemate, and still is, really. It's been a total pleasure to meet him. And, I don't know, I think people do that, don't they? They bunny about, oh, I want to go and all that, just so that when they do go, they're not embarrassed and they
Sure.
can say, well, I said I wanted to go. If the girl wants to go so much, I don't know why she doesn't just leave. She's not in prison, so she can go.
Damn right. Just want to just add that. She isn't in prison. And so, to Eugene.
To
you
Eugene?
You quite fancy Eugene, don't you?
No, I didn't say that. I said, if you just saw him walk in a garden, you think, oh, he's quite a good-looking guy.
Well, look, because the thing is, we originally had the picture of him on that he was a bit geeky, he was in the garden and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I think that picture, he looks quite good-looking.
He is a good-looking boy, Eugene. He is good-looking, but it's just when he opens his mouth. It's what he comes out with,
If
really.
there's a little bit of disbelief, both in the studio and at home, take a look at this. Turning.
Yeah, he's a nice lad, I
Do you think he can make it? Do you think he can win?
No, I hope not. I just sort of...
Why? Because as a purist, you don't think that a latecomer can win or shouldn't win?
No, because I don't want him to win, really, because he's got too involved with Derek.
Oh, which leads me on to my next question.
Yes.
It's your least favourite housemate. You really don't like him?
I really don't like Derek.
Have you turned against him, or have you always disliked him?
I used to find him quite entertaining, quite amusing, but then over the weeks, the way he's conducted himself, particularly with Young Science, I think it's been quite disgusting, really. He's the same age as me, and I'm embarrassed for him. Yeah, and he can't string a sentence together. He thinks he's got this great use of the English language because he speaks posh. No. He really cannot string a sentence together, and he misquotes Shakespeare all over the place. I mean, he doesn't mean to say I couldn't quote Shakespeare, but I know when someone's getting it wrong, and he gets it wrong quite a lot of the time.
Now comes the question I have to say very delicately and verbatim. It's been an interesting weekend for Craig and Anthony's friendship. How do you think Craig is handling the situation?
Well, to me, Craig and Anthony is it's like a Jonathan Harvey play.
Right.
I think Craig's handling it pretty badly, but you do when you've got unrequited feelings for somebody, which he has admitted. He admitted that on the show last night, I think it was. So, I mean, I sort of feel for him because I think we've all been in that position where we're terribly in love with someone and infatuated with someone, but we know there's no way that they're going to be into us. So
It's just rarely happened on national television to any of us.
I know,
It's very, very
I know.
difficult. OK, if you could play any character in the house, who would it be? If there was a play of Big Brother, perhaps?
Oh, I'd be Makosi.
Why Makosi?
Well, come on. Why not? I'm the image of the girl. I mean, you know, it's a shame that she went a bit rocky, Makosi. I'm hoping she's going to pull it back. But I just think Makosi's a star, really. I think she's a beautiful person. I think anyone that's going to get a bit hanky-panky with someone on live television is then going to feel very strange afterwards. And I think that's what happened to her a couple of weeks after all that happened in the jacuzzi. I don't know whether you agree, Science, but I just think she was sort of a bit embarrassed and she didn't quite know what she'd done. And it made her lose her cool for a bit.
Yeah.
And it's a real shame. And then all the bitching with Vanessa, which she shouldn't have done, really.
The thing about the bitching in the house, though, is it must be so easy to bitch in there because there's so little else to do.
Well, they've got
and
nothing
it's
else
such a
to talk
claustrophobic,
about.
Yeah, it's such a claustrophobic atmosphere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I can't. I'll always love Makosi though, because really she made the first 4 weeks of this show for me. Really, I just thought she was incredible, and I sort of still do. Now Science is out. I mean, I think Anthony's going to win.
Yeah.
But I want Makosi to win now that Science is no longer with us.
Do you think Anthony deserves to win, or do you
In a
think
way,
he's coming under the radar?
no, I think he does. In a way, I never thought I'd be saying that, you know, from the off. But I think he does deserve to win. I think he's a genuinely nice guy.
Definitely, yes.
And he's not really upset anybody. He's upset Craig, but that's not his fault.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And who do you think's going to make the final four then? Anthony, obviously.
Anthony, Craig. Hopefully, Craig will still be there, just because their friendship is so interesting. And now Makosi and Kamal. See, I always keep forgetting about Kamal.
He's just disappeared for a little while.
I know, and I do like him. But I want Derek out, I want Orla out, and I want Eugene out. And that's it.
Brilliant. Kathy back, everybody. All right, it's time for Cool BBLB. Please welcome back Science. Lovely. OK, before we go to the callers, you know, it's your favourite housemate. Have you got any questions for him?
Yeah, I've got one. If you could give one piece of advice to Derek, what would the advice be?
What would it be? If I could give one piece of...
Straight, clean advice to the man.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it totally real. That's what I tell him.
Yeah.
OK, today's Cool BBLB is which housemate is the most fearless and why. Let's go to the phones. Kathy in East Sussex is first up. Hello, Kathy.
Hi, darling.
Who is the most fearless in the house, Kathy?
Eugene.
Why Eugene?
Well, Eugene, he usually appears, you know, quite intimidated by the rest of them. And he's always been very quiet. But when Science had that bad week, and by the way, I loved Science.
Yeah.
Hey.
When he had that bad week, when Science went and spoke to Eugene, Eugene actually told Science where he'd gone wrong. And Science was able to sit and listen to him and take his advice, really. It appeared that way, anyway.
In terms of being fearless in the house, I mean, you know, I don't think anyone can argue you weren't fearless in the house.
Nah.
But I mean, how easy is it to stand up for your own opinions when you're in there, when it seems like the weight of the world's on your shoulders?
Well, it's just something that I've just learned how to deal with through basically living the life that I've lived. So it's just giving me strength.
And do you think Eugene's got those characteristics? Do you think he is, you know, he's actually, you know, he's quite a smouldering man in many ways in that respect?
A smouldering man.
Well, do you think he's, you know, he's got what it takes when he needs to have?
He needs to have.
Fearless?
Well, I reckon, in a way, in some things, yeah. But I reckon he's gaining confidence.
Yeah.
He's gaining his confidence. He's learning about his strengths and his limitations.
Thanks a lot, Kathy. Next up, Sharon in Essex. Hello, Sharon.
Hi, Dermot.
Go
Hi,
for
Kathy. Well, basically, I think that Orla is pretty fearless. I mean, and she doesn't really show it. Basically, I think she fights her own battles and she doesn't really worry about what the others say. I mean, I think coming later on into the house and looking the way she does, I think there's quite a lot of jealousy with the other girls there. I mean, I'd show my body off if I had a body like that, you know?
OK.
So I think that although she was crying last week, saying she wanted to get out, and but I think, you know, I think she's pretty fearless and I think she'll do really well.
Lovely. Thanks, Sharon.
OK, thanks, Dermot.
I'd love to talk to you about that. I haven't got any time left after Sharon. She just went off on one. OK, thanks to Kathy and Science, everybody. Russell Brown's back. Big Brother's Big Mouth. We're back 5:25 tomorrow on Channel 4. Take care. Have a good day.